Hello, friends! Living in the age of the internet, it may seem like nothing could surprise us anymore. But that's not really the case, as there are still a lot of things in the world that can evoke genuine emotions in us. Today, you'll get to see some unique creatures for the first time in your life, and they will definitely surprise you. Have you ever seen this strange creature before? At first glance, it appeared to be a flower or an eccentric leaf. But then, it suddenly started moving its tiny legs and crawled a few centimeters. The girl touched it with a stick and it started moving again. The woman shared this video on the internet and everyone started speculating about what it could be. Determining which species of creature this belonged to turned out to be quite challenging. Some netizens believed that it was an insect, such as a rare species of butterfly, for example. Others suggested that it could be a small bird. And some people even claimed that this creature crawled out of the water. And here, the employee of a park near Canas Lake captured a video of a creature comparable in size to the famous Loch Ness Monster from Scotland and referred to it as a terrifying monster. The video's author, Wang Jinan, was convinced that he saw a horrifying monster, parts of which appeared above the water. "I don't think they were waves. They were moving against the direction of the water currents," he said. Sun Jidan, the director of the Wildlife Center at Canas Lake, suggested that it could have been one of the big marine animals that live in the lake. Last month, several tourists claimed to have also seen the Canas Lake monster moving slowly under the water. So what do you think? What creature did you just see? A family was walking their dog in the forest near Cape Town, Australia, when they heard strange sounds coming from beneath the ground. The dog started digging and unearthed this unusual creature. This small and peculiar animal turned out to be an African rain frog. It puffed up like a balloon and was emitting peculiar sounds. Many netizens found this sound quite amusing. Feeling threatened, the rain frog adopts what it feels is a menacing appearance. It inflates itself like an air balloon and starts squealing piercingly. So, are you scared yet? A resident of Primore discovered an unusual seashell on the shore. It looked like a beige medallion the size of a palm, with henna-like patterns drawn on its surface. At first, she didn't understand what it was or if it was man-made. The woman shared her find on social media, suggesting that it might be a handmade item and that someone might be looking for it. "We found an interesting seashell and wanted to ask, is this a natural pattern or did someone draw on it and throw it into the sea?" Netizens gave the woman good news, claiming that it was a talisman of rare luck. Many assumptions were made in response to her post. However, only one person had the correct answer. It's the skeleton of a sea urchin, Echinarchnesis parma, our local sand dollar. Since it is very rare, the seashell is often called a lucky dollar. In reality, it was the exoskeleton of a sea urchin. When alive, these animals have a dark color, but when they die, the water washes away the pigment. Here's another mysterious creature. It was spotted in the waters of Vietnam. The footage of this strange creature was captured by a group of divers traveling on a boat. Many people wondered what species the animal belonged to, as it was difficult to discern what it was. Perhaps it's an unknown turtle that swims above the surface of the water. That's what most commenters believed based on the video, but some people confidently identified the creature. Local fishermen claimed that it was actually a squid, although its exact species remained unknown. They had seen this animal before in those waters when it swam to the surface. It's better to check unfamiliar bodies of water before taking a swim. A man poured a bucket of water into the St. Johns River in Florida, USA, to show why it's not advisable to enter that body of water. Suddenly, the water began to bubble as if there was a monster swimming in it. The video scared most of its viewers. The river is known to be home to a large number of alligators, and it's possible that it was they who caused the water to bubble. However, the author later wrote that they were manatees. They are herbivorous animals that inhabit shallow waters and feed on aquatic vegetation. A resident of Colombia captured a video of an unusual bird. At first, she thought it was a regular piece of wooden fence. But then the bird opened its eyes and its huge mouth, and the woman recoiled in fear. It turned out to be a common potu. It is a fairly large bird that hunts insects at night, catching them with its wide-opening beak. During the day, it camouflages itself as a piece of wood. A strange creature was filmed in Paraguay. A young man working on an excavator discovered something unusual. He was digging a trench when he suddenly saw an unknown creature emerge from the ground. We can see from the footage that he lightly touched it with the excavator bucket and it immediately started moving. At first, no one could determine what the creature was, but a biologist was able to accurately identify it as a very rare and unusual fish that migrates from small ponds to moist soil during droughts. Australia is known for its rich wildlife. Being there, you never know what surprises nature will bring. Joe Ward, a 47-year-old IT specialist, wasn't particularly surprised when he found something that resembled a regular piece of plastic on the coast. It was a regular family walk on Kulum Beach. There was Joe, his wife, and his 2 dogs. What could possibly go wrong? But then the piece of plastic started running away from the man on its own legs. Netizens went on to contemplate whether the author of the video needed to see a doctor after touching this unidentified creature. At first glance, it seemed like a plastic keychain or figurine, but with eyes. It was crystal clear and appeared to live in water. When looking at it from a certain angle, the creature somewhat resembled a moth, but Joe claimed that it was a crustacean. Commenters on the video about the live plastic keychain agreed with these speculations. A resident of the city of Santa Fe, Argentina, discovered an unusual creature in her garden. The unusual animal resembled a snake with a second head growing in place of its tail. Surprised by her find, Luliana Roles immediately posted photos and videos of the mutant reptile on her Facebook page, asking her followers to explain the origin of the animal. Based on the footage shared on social media, the snake with 2 heads, measuring only 10 centimeters in length, didn't move much and was completely harmless to humans. Netizens quickly put forward various theories as to what the creature could be. Some believe that it was a severed head of a viper or a disabled snake. The majority, however, agreed that the mutant was a big caterpillar of the vine sphinx moth. These insects can grow quite large and are found in rural areas, forests, and urban gardens. Their tails usually have eye-like markings intended to scare away predators. And this incredible creature was found by divers at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. At first glance, it seemed like this mysterious creature came from another planet. Its body was covered in long black spines, with a single eye in the middle. But in reality, it was a rare species of sea urchin from the genus Diadema. The sea urchins have exceptionally long, thin, and sharp spines. Adults are usually black in color, although some can be white. The animals need the spines to move along the seabed and for protection against predators. This astonishing video was filmed in Rio Grande, Brazil. A man found this unidentified creature in his backyard. It had several legs and was covered in thick yellow hair. Some commenters thought that it resembled a small dog. However, it was eventually identified as a Megalopyge opercularis caterpillar. This caterpillar looks like a tiny Persian kitten that you'd want to pet. But don't rush to do so. Its fluffy coat is filled with sharp spines that contain toxic substances that cause pain and discomfort. And this incredible video was filmed somewhere in Indonesia. The local residents gathered around a small river because some unknown creatures were swimming in it. The locals had never seen anything like it before, so they couldn't identify the creatures. They were black and about 15 to 20 centimeters long. The unknown creatures disappeared the next day and were never seen again. It's unclear what they resemble, maybe snakes or eels, the people who saw them said. And this incident took place in Jackson, Wyoming. A man in the park noticed an unusual insect moving through the thick grass. He was surprised and decided to capture the creature with his phone camera. The insect was small and completely black. The man believed it was a scorpion because it had a long and thin tail with a curved stinger at the end. Many netizens disagreed with the video's author and suggested that it was a praying mantis. Others said that the creature was a dragonfly. And this mysterious video was filmed near Madagascar. A diver went a few meters deep into the ocean and spotted something strange. He decided to swim closer to get a better look at the object. When he got there, he saw transparent creatures that stuck together, forming the shape of the letter G. At first, it might seem like plastic bottles glued together, but that's not the case. A marine biologist unraveled this secret, stating that it was a very rare species of jellyfish that emerged from the depths of the ocean. Encountering and capturing them on camera is a stroke of luck. Well, that's all for today, friends. Let us know in the comments if you've seen any of these creatures before. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.